Hey everyone, how's it going? Paul here from UK Kaiju, and today we're taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. Let's dive in. So the box itself, not much to say. We get a picture of what's inside, along with a clear box to see what's inside, both from the top and at the front. At the back, there's just a picture, I guess, showing the model and the different poses you could do. So you can see here that we've got the atomic breath going up, and I suppose you could have him without the atomic breath, just his mouth open, standing kind of turning, looking a little bit angry. I don't know what any of the comments say because they're all in Japanese, and it does come with a bit of instructions or a warning leaflet, but again, there's not much really to understand apart from it's saying how to put some things in his mouth. Might come in handy. Packaging's pretty standard, so we just got the plastic thing that I guess it protects, but it just holds the bits in place more than anything. It certainly does the job. And the main thing obviously you get is a model of Godzilla. There he is. Very articulate. That's one thing I love about the MonsterArts. The amount of articulation there. So you've got the hand and the wrist, and the arm's actually got it's like an elbow, and the arm itself. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 different parts that you can move just on the arm. For the foot, you've got a foot that moves, but then you've also got like the ankle that moves, and that bit, and that like all these parts of articulation. The tail, there's so many different segments. You could really sort of curl it in whichever way you like. Spines, yeah, I mean the back's in 3 parts, so you can see that you can move him. His head's got looking down if you wanted to, or he can go straight up. So yeah, lots and lots of movable parts. And unfortunately, it does mean there are also lots of gaps, and I can see right through there. There's actually like a light. You can't really see it on the camera. Oh yeah, you can see through there. There's actually a whole gap that you could through because he's so poseable. So you're going to lose a certain amount of detail because he's just too poseable. Which if you want a poseable figure, fantastic. I don't think you can go wrong. I love NECA because they're so affordable. But I love MonsterArts because they're really detailed and super poseable. Then I love the X Plus, which are just super expensive and not poseable at all. So as long as you like the design, that's great. If you don't, not so much. Okay, so obviously Godzilla 2019, he's a chunky boy. He's got the big old feet, got the big belly. He's all one color, which, I mean, fair, yes, he is, but it's very grey. It's very dull looking creature there, isn't he? And the head is so tiny. I can't really even see the eyes, they're so small. I like that he's got a tongue, that's good. And then his jaw opens up pretty wide there. Now, on the description, in the instructions, it says his jaw comes off. So, what we've got is in the box, there is a secondary jaw. And you see the jaw comes out with a little bit of his atomic breath. So, this should, in theory, just... Yep, that fell, but it came off relatively easily. And then we can slot in, he says, this new piece. Actually, that went in really well. That was very easy. So there we are. We've got Godzilla, and it now looks like he's just starting to use his breath attack. Don't worry, there is this, the whole breath effect, which slots into this because there's a little hole in the tip, as you can possibly see there. Yeah, there you go. You can see there's got a hole there. So that fits into there. It doesn't clip in or anything, so it holds it, but as the description says, right, you need to turn his neck all the way up, and we're basically going to be doing the scene from the film where he comes out of the ocean all fully charged up after being nuked, and he should be breathing his atomic breath upwards. Now, this doesn't really seem to be working very easily, I have to say, which is a shame. It's obviously doable because that's one of the pictures that you get on the back of the box. But I have to say, this is not going to plan at all. God, there's just so many parts of articulation here. It's like, do I need to move his legs? Or do I need to move his back? I don't know. And you can't even see it because it's kind of like happening off camera. I think that's pretty frustrating. So we've got a Godzilla. I'm trying to copy the pose that's on the box. It's kind of standing up and up. He should basically be vertically looking up. He's always at an angle when I do it. It won't quite work. So this is the problem with MonsterArts. I can fiddle about to get into a certain pose, but it's got to be just right for this to work. So you can see here he is, that it's just not quite going vertical, no matter how much I move. So if I just do that, so yeah, that kind of balances there, doesn't it? But as you can see, his legs are not his tail. He needs to be standing whatever way you can, but enough to have that up. And it's just so it would look kind of cool, but if you're going to put it in that pose, I'm sure you can buy it. In fact, alternatively, if you don't mind it being super deformed, you get this, which is the Defa Real Godzilla. Now that's how easy that is. There's just a big hole in his mouth. It's almost like he's swimming there. That looks pretty cool. Still into his mouth. Done. So there's no posing here. He's just going to stand up. That's it. It's that easy. And this one, the level of detail in this is way better. I can see his eyes, because obviously he's got a big head, which I know he doesn't normally. And it's not just one set color. His nails, claws, different color. There's different colors on his legs and back and everything. It's a mixture of grey and green, along with the mouth and the teeth having different colors as well. So when you're comparing sort of that to that size-wise, they're actually about the same size. It's just obviously this is the S.H.MonsterArts looks like the one in the film, whereas this is a deformed version. But price-wise, I don't think they're massively different. So if you don't mind, or if you enjoy the super deformed look and you like that pose, just get that. Way better. I like that. I thought it was really cool. That's why I picked it up. And then I thought, oh, the MonsterArts one would be cool because I can pose him in different looks, because I don't necessarily want him to be in that look all the way. And for that, yeah, that's fine. But I can't use the breath, because it might be really cool to have him having the breath like attacking a building, but it doesn't stick in, which seems a huge flaw to me. And why would you not have it so you can be in any direction? Because you want to set that up that he's attacking a building or a tank or anything. I think that's a missed opportunity. Some of the Gamera one I had, it has him doing a fire attack and it's got a stand, so you can have him vertically like this. And then I can have Gamera and Godzilla both doing their attacks at each other. I can't. I'll have to get a custom stand, or just a stand from another model, because other S.H.MonsterArts ones have the beam attack and have a stand for it, for that reason, that you don't just want it going in one direction. But this is clearly designed to say, right, we're going to do that iconic scene from the film and that's it. But I think that was a missed opportunity there, and I cannot get it to stand up. I'll play for a few more minutes afterwards and see if I can. But in a nutshell, yes, it's detailed. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's extremely poseable. But with that, if you're trying to do this bit here, it's not going great. There are noticeable gaps in the model because it's so poseable. It's tough, isn't it? Because you could get the NECA do models of this. I've got a NECA somewhere, I think, laying about here for comparison, but just as something that's in. Yeah, so here's a NECA one that I've got. It's a glow in the dark one. It's glow in the dark green, which does not like my green screen. And that was like 20 quid or something, but the level of detail compared to the MonsterArts just doesn't even, it had to be quite a distance before they start to look the same quality. So as long as you're happy with it having a few gaps, MonsterArts absolutely all the way. It's the good mix between price and quality. But if you just want a set pose and don't mind the big head, go for Differ Real. And if you're on a budget, always go for NECA. There's nothing wrong with NECA. They do really good work. I've got a handful and I would easily recommend them. So yeah, I will attempt to do the pose a few more times before I quit. And if I do, I will show you how it looks. But that's it. I'm not going to, I don't score models at all. I'm just going to say that, to be honest, you can't really go wrong with a Godzilla model if you're a Godzilla fan, because they're all pretty cool. Just be aware of the limitations of some things and the quality of some of them. But that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep it kaiju.